Hi and welcome to the Theme Park Trader podcast with your hosts, Ryan and Dan.
Hello.
This week we thought we'd do a Star Wars special because I heard something called Galaxy's Edge is opening soon.
I've not come across that.
I don't know.
Don't know what. I mean, you obviously you keep more up to date on the news, don't you? So
On the Star Wars.
The Star Wars.
The Wars of the Stars.
Yeah, I've never heard of Star Wars.
I've never heard of Galaxy's Edge.
No.
I thought it was the Age of the Chocolate Bar, where you're just about to finish it. Although our American listeners won't get that because in America it's called Dove,
which in the UK is a soap.
Yeah, you don't eat Dove over here. Well, you might do, but
it'd be a bit weird.
If you just sworn and your parents are washing your mouth out,
or you've got some kind of weird sort of
soap fetish.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm just gonna be clean.
Just eating that soap.
Love that soap.
Imagine that would be really difficult to eat because it's quite hard.
Yeah, maybe we should give it a go. Do it on the live show later on.
Just munching down the and yet nobody will know what we're doing apart until Monday.
Yeah,
this episode goes out.
They listen to it on Monday. They're like, so that's why they were eating soap.
Oh,
this is why it benefits you to watch and listen to both shows. The synergy
intertwined.
So we're reading out poor reviews of Star Tours: The Adventures Continue, both at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So we're merging the two together, much like Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, there you go.
It's almost like, I wish that literally just entered my head and I was like, it makes sense.
If only we planned it that way, but it's a happy accident.
It just worked out.
Yeah.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast.
Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us. And when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be. All we have to do is look inside our hearts and unlock the magic.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
So we won't talk too much about Galaxy's Edge because we're going to be talking more about it tonight / over the weekend.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched any of our live shows yet, go to YouTube, search for Theme Park Trader, and episode 3 we're going to be talking about Galaxy's Edge, everything that's going on with the openings, everything that's going on with fast passes, and also you'll be able to see just how excited I am with all the recent news going on there. And I should say, before we get into the reviews today, if we sound a little bit different, that's because we're not in our normal recording studio.
We're not even in the same positions. I'm on the right, you're on the left.
I know, it feels weird.
It's all out of whack, isn't it?
So we're at your house?
We're at my house, in my lounge, which I don't know if that's going to sound a bit echoey.
It might do.
We'll see. Because I think we've recorded one from my computer room before.
Yeah.
But we're in the lounge today.
We're in the lounge, so if it sounds a bit echoey, that's why.
Yeah.
Just deal with it, really.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, yeah, just keep listening, really.
We have to work our lives around this podcast, you see. And tomorrow doesn't work for us. Usually we record on a Sunday, and tomorrow we're going to see Captain Marvel.
We are.
Captain Marvel flying through the stars, just gonna save everyone from Thanos.
Not in that film, though.
No. Well, imagine if you did.
Yeah, just like spoiler alert, just like she goes and kills Thanos in the 90s or something, and then Endgame is just like, oh, it never happened.
Yes, this is just the next Avengers film. Yeah. Everyone's fine. Wouldn't you find it hilarious if at the start of Endgame she turns up like, Carol Danvers, here I am, and then Thanos just like kills her instantly.
He's just like,
yeah, he's like, see you later. She's like, no.
It's like the biggest like psych.
Yeah.
They make this build up to like she's gonna save everyone, and then he just like grabs her by the leg and swacks her against the wall or something.
Yeah, she's just dead. And that's when Scarlet Witch and Black Widow are like, yeah, time for some solo movies. Don't know why they talk like that, but there we go. So should we get on to some reviews?
Yeah. Star Tours.
Star Tours. Let's start in Disney World, shall we? Because it's the one we're most familiar with. I think we're in Disney World. Huh? Yes, we are. So, first, we're reading out poor reviews. So if you've not listened to one of these shows before, basically we find the worst reviews for a theme park ride that we can find and read them out because they're often very funny. And we like to read out reviews for attractions that we like.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of Star Tours.
Generally, are considered good attractions.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Star Tours. You're not as big of a fan.
I'm not
just because of the movie.
That big of.
Just because you don't like simulators too much.
Not a huge amount. This one, sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it turns my stomach a bit.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the ride. I like the fact that they have so many different scenarios now.
Yeah.
Obviously, before they only had the one, didn't they?
Yeah.
So But
I like Back Row.
Back row. You just like to get hurt on every ride that you're on.
Yeah, you noticed that last year when we were over there, didn't you?
I mean, you were telling me about this before and I didn't really believe you, and then, it turned out to be true.
There I was on Space Mountain, Same on, I always forget the name of it, the Primeval Well.
Oh, yes. Were you on the edge?
Yeah.
You're right, okay. And you were just like slamming into the side, and because we were with two other people, weren't we? I'm sure they were like very confused as to why you were like.
Because I wasn't really holding on. I was just like I was leaning into every corner so that I would smash my side up more.
It's a weird we're back to the fetishes, aren't we?
Yeah. You eat soap. I like to get hurt by rides. I have told the story before, but Donna did almost lose her stomach on that ride when it stopped out of nowhere.
I don't recall that story.
Yeah, I'm sure I've told it. So we were on that ride, going around a corner, and then the ride completely stopped without warning.
Right. Okay.
So literally, I got winded, but she, because she has like occasional stomach pains and things. She literally just went. I didn't do that properly, like that, straight into it, and was crying.
Really?
That's how much. That's how much it hurt.
Ooh,
and they were like, we eventually got off, and they were like, "Here's a fast pass." And I was like, "Yes."
Dolla's just like in pain on the floor.
I'm like, two fast passes for me.
Donna, fast pass, Donna.
She doesn't want it. I'll have it.
I'll come back for you later.
Yeah, after I've been on Everest twice. And this is a time before Pandora, I should say.
Of course, yeah.
I really hurt my hand doing that.
What, clap?
Yeah. Then it's gone red.
How fierce was that clap? I suppose we'll find out afterwards when we listen back to it.
We burst some eardrums. So, first person is from Melissa H, and she lives in Fort Lauderdale, which is in Florida, isn't it?
Big traveller.
Yeah, she travels far for her theme parks.
Yeah.
She says, expected more. As a former past member of Universal...
Okay.
I mean, they're not called past members,
Is she talking about like annual pass?
Annual pass holder.
Yeah. Okay.
Past member.
I'm a past member.
Past member.
So she's a past member.
She's a past member.
Yeah.
Being exposed to a lot of the 3D rides, this one lacked the realness of actually feeling like you're flying, or even moving for that matter. I was expecting a lot more.
Is that the extent that is the full review?
That's the full review.
Okay.
I mean, I will say this of Star Tours: unless you're in the back row,
right,
it's really not that jerky.
Right.
Like I'd like to be jerked around a lot more when I'm getting when I go into light speed.
Right. Okay.
I expect a real punch.
But it does feel like you are moving.
Yeah, but it's not as much of a move as I would have liked.
Melissa, she's got high standards.
Well, she's been to Universal, so I'm not sure she has.
Yeah.
Not when it comes to 3D rides. I mean,
she's certainly got a lot to choose from in Universal.
It's no Spider-Man, let's be honest.
No.
It's going to be interesting to see what Disney do with Star Tours once Galaxy's Edge actually opens.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan with that is, because obviously it's the same park but different location, but then it's set in a different time period, on a different planet, so maybe they'll just keep it.
Don't know. Can you imagine someone that's not been to Hollywood Studios and is now a Star Wars fan is so excited to go?
Yeah.
And they head straight to Star Tours, not realising that Galaxy's Edge is just a little bit further up. Yeah. And they're like, what's everyone talking about? This is it's a 10-minute queue.
Yeah.
This is great.
I mean, it's not very immersive, isn't it?
Yeah. It's right next to Indiana Jones. I don't understand. I thought this was supposed to be a planet. Or was it Planet LucasArts?
Yeah.
Lucasfilm, even. Youth 97 from Kuala Lumpur.
Okay, bit more of a traveller this time.
Yeah. She says, jerky 3D simulator ride. She's been on the back row. The ride has been updated with the latest Star Wars characters, but along with that, the storyline seems to have gone out the window. Unlike before, this seemed like just going on a visual effects ride for the sake of it. Having said that, the visuals were good. Get a fast pass, not sure it's worth the very long wait without it.
I mean,
I don't think I've waited for... Well, I mean, I guess we did queue for about half hour, didn't we?
was it about half hour?
Maybe it was longer than that.
I was going to say shorter than that, wasn't it?
Even an hour is not long to queue for Star
I'm
Tours.
trying to think. We were in that queue.
We were in that queue for ages.
And there were some people in front of us that were being really weird, weren't they? I'm trying to think what it was. There were a load of kids.
Yeah.
And like there were a couple of adults, I think. And did they keep coming and going?
Yeah, they did, that's right.
Yeah, it was something really weird, wasn't it? I think it was mainly at when we were further back in the queue. Somebody kept coming and going. It's just like, oh my god.
It's so annoying, isn't it?
I know. And then I think they did it further in as well. And it's just like, seriously?
Yeah.
Just stay in the queue.
Get in the queue now. Murphy Mum from Chicago. Well, her username is Murphy Mum Chicago. So, and she's from Chicago.
Must be a happy coincidence.
Yeah.
Surname Chicago.
Chicago from Chicago.
Yeah.
She says, bring back old ride. They have turned it into a giant advertisement for The Last Jedi.
So do you think she saw... So this is November 2017 when she reviewed it.
Which was Last Jedi... Well, just before Last Jedi came out, wasn't it, I think?
I can't remember. Obviously, for the first film, they only showed the new clip for quite a while, didn't they?
I think they did the same with The Last Jedi, yeah.
One? Right, okay. So she's probably gone on it.
Yeah.
Just before it came out, and they showed the clip.
Yeah.
And they just did that for the whole time.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what she's talking about. But I didn't have a problem with that.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
I was like, I want to go on the new... I want to see the new...
See something new, yeah.
Variation, or whatever you want to call it.
This is it.
So, yeah, especially as it's based on the new film, you don't want to go on it like half a dozen times and then not see it.
This is it. As long as they leave it, say, for like 3 months, 4 months, and then switch it back. So the attraction that did that badly was Muppet Vision 3D. So you know the greatest part of that attraction, as we said before, in my opinion, is the pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
For a period of time, they had replaced it with Muppets Most Wanted. There was like Constantine was there. He was like popping in and out every now and again. Had scenes that interrupted the pre-show.
Okay.
Which is fine. I've got no problem with that. Within the first couple of months of the Muppets being out, but I think 2 times in a row we went and it had that. And they only recently, it was only last year when we went that they put it back to its original.
Oh,
so it'd been there for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's too long.
Yeah, that really is, because you think at the end of the day, they're going to be promoting it for slightly before the film comes out, and then,
when it comes out on DVD, Blu-ray, or whatever,
yeah, you think that's all you need.
Yeah.
You know, you just for the release of the film, you don't need to go any further, do you?
No,
just bring it back to its normal programming.
Yeah, the pre-show of the Muppets is brilliant.
It is good, yeah.
You dropped your pot. Would you stop this foolishness? Which foolishness would you like to see? This used to be a great attraction. Each ride was a different experience because the video changed each time. Now it's the same video every time, and they gutted most of the original clips and replaced it with The Force Awakens and Last Jedi. It seems like they are just wanting to promote their movies instead of giving you a fun and different ride each time you go. Bring back the old versions.
She's definitely gone when it's affixed to a certain
Yeah, because I'm sure
variation.
even when it was that, the first 2 clips were still random. Well, okay, there's usually 3 clips, I think, 3 or 4, and at least 2 of them were still random. It was just the last one or the middle one, whichever it was, that was either Force Awakens or Last Jedi.
Okay.
It wasn't like it was the same thing every time. They still randomised it other than one of them, I think. Karen, 392 Karen T from Summerfield, Florida, says, short, choppy ride through the stars. Hubby and I didn't know Americans referred to their husbands as hubby. I thought it was a UK thing.
Was it? I don't know. I never considered that.
There you go. What did you call your husband?
Hubby, of course.
There you go. Hubby and I decided to try this ride. We are put in a room facing a screen and given 3D glasses.
Monsters.
All sounds very ominous. We had to strap ourselves into the seats and put our belongings under our seats. Can I read this first paragraph again?
Okay.
We were put in a room facing a screen and given 3D glasses. We had to strap ourselves into the seat and put our belongings under the sea. I won't do that anymore. The room was... maybe I will. The room was darkened and the screen appeared. It was fun...
I think the screen's always there, to be fair.
Yeah,
really, you know.
It was fun weaving in and out of meteors, bad guys and the galaxy. But if you have a bad back or neck problems, I would not recommend this ride for you. You get shaken up quite a bit, but for younger folks, it would be a lot of fun. There's a lot wrong with this review.
I love how vague it is.
It's like a really terrible retelling of what actually happens.
Yeah.
It's like the room was darkened. You have it was fun weaving in and out of meteors, bad guys, and the galaxy. Like you weave in and out of the galaxy.
The galaxy. This nice bit of generic weaving through the galaxy.
Also, if you have bad back or neck problems, I mean, those warnings are apparent before you get onto the ride.
On most rides, to be fair.
Yeah. So, I wonder how old this person is, because she seems like...
There's a picture.
I don't think I can... I can click it.
I don't know what it's going to do.
Oh.
Karen T. Send her a message.
I'll move on.
She'd be like, what's wrong with your back?
Are you offering to fix it for her?
Their hubby's going to do that.
In the darkened room with the screen.
3D glasses.
With the 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Sim Kirb from Detroit, Michigan says, good, but could be better. It's been some time since my last visit to this ride, so some of the updates were welcome, while others completely took me out of the experience. The tour takes you through several different battles in the Star Wars universe. The Battle of Hoth for one, and a prequel trilogy battle, but doesn't stick to a timeline, so the story it presents is disjointed. I hope they update it. I do kind of get what he's saying here.
I was trying to remember some of the scenarios that I've seen before, and I know there was one based in the Phantom Menace, like episode 1. I can't remember whether it chops and changed timelines though.
It does, yeah, it can do.
Okay.
Yeah, which has always seemed a bit odd to me.
Yeah, that is a bit weird.
Because there's enough scenes that you think they could go, okay, let's just stick to the original trilogy or the new trilogy or the prequel.
Yeah.
And just do 3 random from that.
Yeah.
Because they've got some, I mean, it's actually some of my favourite scenes do take place in the prequel trilogy.
Right, okay.
I like the pod racing scene is probably my favourite.
Yeah.
I love that one.
That was a good one.
I also like the scene with, I believe it's Jango Fett, where you hear that boom, boom.
That's obviously weaving through the meteors.
That's got to be
the galaxy, of course.
Rather than asteroids, which is
yeah.
You know, that's one of my favourites, and I like the effect at the end of the Naboo scene where the ship smashes through. I think that's the best 3D effect.
I'm trying to think with the...
There's like one of the yellow Naboo starfighters that smashes through the front and then the robot falls down.
Right.
I think that's quite clever. But yeah, Hoth I'm not... I mean, there's only so many times Star Wars can shove Hoth down your faces. Like
I've had
enough of it now.
I've not seen the Hoth one for a little while actually. I think the Naboo one is the one that I've seen most.
Yeah.
It's probably my least favourite one as well.
Well, it's because nobody likes Gungans.
No, and it's all underwater and everything like that, or most of it's underwater.
I like the one on Kashyyyk. That one's pretty cool.
Kashyyyk.
The one with the Wookiees.
Yes, I think I've only seen that once.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to appear very often. I always get stuck with the Naboo one as well.
Yeah. It's the go-to
Bloody Jar Jar.
They're trying to... Maybe that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people in love with the Gungans again.
It's not going to happen, is it?
I say again, I don't know whether people are ever in love.
There's only one thing that people want to do to Gungans, and that's fry them up and eat them. But they taste like calamari. So I do understand his point there, or her point there, about the timelines being mixed up.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, isn't it, really? Yeah.
The next one is from JH from...
Calgary,
is that how you say that?
Canada.
About it? I couldn't resist. South Park has ruined Canada for probably everyone. I do apologise.
Including the Canadians.
Yeah, I do apologise to any Canadian listeners. We love you really, especially your fantastic restaurant in a Canadian pavilion in Epcot.
I don't think every restaurant in Canada is like that, Ryan.
And I'm sure this is how they pronounce it. Le Cellier, buddy.
Sounds just like we're in Canada.
I think Canada is probably my favourite pavilion in Epcot.
Oh, what? Because you've obviously got the Martin Short.
Martin Short we chose is great.
Yeah, and then Le Cellier as well. Yeah,
it's a beautiful looking pavilion as well.
It's a strong pavilion, isn't it?
It looks lovely as well. There's got the little waterfalls and the things around the back.
Yeah.
So I do like it. I think it's a tough call between that and Mexico. Looks great, but really doesn't have much going for it.
Mexico, yeah.
It looks great inside. And
it does look great inside. I was thinking of the outside. The outside is a little bit
Yeah.
The inside does look good. You know, that you got the restaurant there, and the ride itself, the Three Amigos ride, is very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
The Three Amigos. Caballeros,
that's what I meant.
I mean, The Three Amigos is a film starring Martin Short.
That's perfect. Sort of
That's a
combo
connection
between the two. Yeah.
So what you say
the Three
is
Caballeros, that's what I meant.
You want a cartoon with the Three Caballeros, but Martin Short is in it as well.
Short, yeah. Just get Daffy. No,
Daffy.
Daffy.
We're not even. I'm never talking Warner Brothers.
What am I talking about? Donald and Martin Short.
Okay.
Together,
like a Looney Tunes-esque Space Jam film.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know, why has Disney not done that since Roger Rabbit? That's what I want to know.
I mean, I don't know what Martin Short's doing now.
Nothing.
Exactly.
He did a Netflix special with Steve.
Steve Martin?
Steve Martin.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about that, but you as soon as you said Steve, I thought it was going to be Steve Martin.
Mm.
You can imagine them two together, can you?
They started the Three Amigos together.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oy.
Oh dear.
Oy, oy.
I don't think I've ever seen the Three Amigos.
It's been a long time since I have.
Yeah.
So this person from Canada, which we massively sidetracked on, says enjoyable simulated ride. This is a 4D simulated ride in a box. It was enjoyable
in a box.
In a box.
Cardboard box.
I wish we would have read more reviews, as somehow we missed the fact that if you can ride it multiple times, you will see different movies. Just remember which beige you've already experienced.
I don't think
that's
you
not how it
you
works.
don't get to choose.
It's not how it works as well. We got advanced fast passes in the morning and saw the standby line fluctuate, probably due to one of the shows nearby letting out. Went in October on a Thursday. I want to know the date.
That's the thing. He says, I don't know what the point of saying October on a Thursday is. Because what are you gaining from that?
I don't know.
Because October, the busyness of October must fluctuate quite a lot.
Yeah.
Start of October is probably quite quiet. End of October is probably a little bit busier.
Yeah. And we got advanced fast passes. Does he just mean
I don't know
he
what
got
he means
fast
by
passes?
I assume so.
I think that's what he means by that. Or she, sorry.
Maybe he paid somebody for advanced fast passes.
Yeah.
You'll come over here, I'll give you some advanced fast passes.
Somebody with a sign out front saying get your advanced fast passes.
All you've got to do is close your eyes and suck out this hose for 5 minutes.
I was more thinking just hold out your wallet, but you going for more of a sexual undertone.
That was a Disney cast member needing help with the garden.
Oh, okay. You just need,
Come on!
So you just need watering the topiaries. I need some help watering the topiaries.
Exactly, he couldn't get the water flowing out.
I will give you some advanced fast passes in return for
Exactly
your
that.
help
Exactly
with my
that.
hose.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
it's completely harmless.
It's very harmless.
I do apologise. I jumped to a sexual reference.
We would never do that on this show.
I mean, past experiences. I was.
Past experience would suggest you were right to jump to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do apologise.
Haley R123 from Iowa says, quite boring. You know when because we do customers always weird, and because I'm also on Diz After Dark now.
Yeah.
My first instinct there was to swear very loudly at this person for saying Star Tours is quite boring.
Okay.
I really have to remember where I am on this
Right.
show, because I do want this, like, as much as we can reference stuff to a certain point, I still want this show to be family friendly.
Yeah.
And I think we're on the cusp. But I was literally about to drop an F-bomb.
I almost did earlier as well, and I think a lot of these titles are making me think of the reference in Brooklyn Nine-Nine where they say title of your sex tape.
Yeah. And the other thing is, we don't often do reviews on this podcast anymore.
No, so when
customer is always weird. Is constantly reading out reviews.
Yeah.
And we're always swearing. So, Haley says, quite boring. This ride was super boring to me. I had just been on Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, so that might be why. It was not thrilling at all. So don't expect that out of this ride. I do like Star Wars. It just didn't do anything for me.
I mean, she gave it 2 stars.
2 stars, yeah.
But she kind of sounds very uninterested in it. I mean, it's difficult to compare Star Tours with Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster.
They're very different rides.
All 3 of them are completely different rides.
Yeah, you can't compare them. Not at all. TN Harley chick from Crossville, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
What am I supposed to say?
Tennessee.
It's not Tennessee, is it?
Tennessee.
That's not how someone from Tennessee says it.
I don't think that's how anyone says it from anywhere. Oh, I'm off to Tennessee.
All right. I'm a posh Brit, all right? Can't you tell from my accent? Motion sickness. This is not a good ride for someone who gets motion sickness. It throws you around, up and down and back and forth. I tried to ride it more than once and ended up deathly sick both times. She thought, first time, I felt terrible.
Yeah.
I'll try again.
I'll give it a go. I might have knocked it on the head.
That's brilliant. Even taking motion sickness pills. It's basically a simulator, and every ride is different, so you never get the same thing twice. My husband loves it, but I cannot ride it ever again. After talking to the staff, I learned that I am not alone. There are several benches for family members who want to wait with their spouse family in line, but walk through the ride and wait for them on the other side.
I mean, why would you not just wait? I suppose you could just wait in the queue, couldn't you?
I'd go and grab a beer.
Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff that you could be doing apart from standing in a queue.
Well, let's be honest. Just a short walk away from Star Tours.
What, Baseline Tap
is
House?
the Baseline Tap House, and that's where I would be if I couldn't ride it.
Yeah, that's what you're going to be doing when you go into Galaxy's Edge, isn't it? Donna's going to queue. You'll be at Baseline Tap House.
Yeah,
and you just get a text from her saying, "Oh, we're nearly there."
Yeah, it's about 5 minutes left of the
and
queue.
You're just going to stagger through the queue after 5 hours in Baseline Tap House.
I'll be so drunk that I won't care about pushing people. It's like, come on,
Donna.
I'd be like Stella, I'd be like Donna, Stella,
and she's just going to pretend that she doesn't know you.
Yeah. Be like, sir, you can just push in. And be like, yeah, excuse me right now. I have been in a queue at the Baseline Tap House for 5 hours now. I've had 12 pints, and I'm gonna ride this ride. Okay, I'm gonna be the first person to puke everywhere.
Just like first person on, just farts over everything. Oh, that'd be grim.
All in the controls.
Oh no. Every time you press a button, it squelches.
Oh, it's like punch it, Chewie.
Oh.
It's just orange stuff coming out. Robbie F849 from Ridgetop, Tennessee.
Oh no! Why are there so many people from Tennessee? Although to be fair, none of them are from Tennessee.
All right. He says jerky as heck. This is a pretty cool ride. Cool spelled with a K.
Oh, he knows his stuff, doesn't he? This guy's streets.
This guy is all the coolness in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
But will throw you around. Not good if you get motion sick. Pretty good graphics and short wait. Next one from Base Giants says, may make you sick. The motion is just slightly off from the video. Made me a bit nauseous when we rode. Still, a fun experience.
I was fairly nauseous, but it was good.
This one's good. Star Tours Force was with us.
Oh no.
My best friend dragged me onto the ride when I didn't want to go. Motion Odyssey rides tend to give me a headache for the rest of the day.
Motion Odyssey?
I don't know.
What is that?
Maybe it's the brand that makes the ride, who knows?
Maybe. Maybe.
They tend to give me a headache for the rest of the day. I hadn't realised the tour had been updated to include some Force Awakens footage and characters though, so I'm happy to have seen the revamp. But I still found the movement slightly uncomfortable. Star Wars fans do it at least once. I'll leave it to the kids from now on.
The whippersnappers.
There's a photo of her there.
There's 2 photos.
Oh, they look lovely, don't they?
She back row by the looks of it.
They are.
Yeah. What was the other photo? There was the second one.
This one here, I think. Oh, I just took a photo of the drawings, yeah. So on to Disneyland now. And there's only a couple of reviews here that people dissing the ride.
Ones. How many top ones are there? How many good ones?
51 excellent.
Right, okay.
10 very good. And only 3 average and poor.
Impressive. No terrible.
No terrible at all. For either Disney World or Disneyland.
That's an impressive
That's
review.
very good.
Yeah.
Michael 413. I'm assuming you don't say it as Michael because that looks very much like a lady. She says technical difficulties. I was in the middle of the line for this ride when I heard a cast member on the intercom say, there has been a technical difficulty in one of the theatres. The wait time will be... Oh, sorry. The wait time will be longer than anticipated. We are sorry for the inconvenience and have a magical day. When I got further in line...
Do they all talk like that?
You've heard them talk, of course they don't play him anything. When I got further in line, I asked a cast member what the technical difficulty was. He said, I don't know, and ran.
And ran.
I don't know.
The first thing that came to mind was Phoebe running in Friends, just like running through the queue.
I don't know, just runs. Like, I don't think that happened, did it? I saw him at the loading area again and asked him the same question. He did the exact same thing. Just imagine him going, no, and just ran.
The third time he just ran before she had a chance to ask.
Oh dear. One thing I know is that cast members are required to give any guest any information. They're definitely not.
Any information. Brilliant.
Excuse me, how much do you earn an hour? They have to tell you that. Yes, you do.
How much do you have in your bank account right now?
Yeah. Excuse me, can you tell me exactly when Rise of the Resistance is going to open?
Yeah.
I don't know that. You have to give me
You have to tell me any information I ask.
anything. Anything. Well, the other thing I know is that cast members aren't allowed to say, I don't know. Well, he didn't, to be fair. Oh, he did actually. He did say that.
Well, she said he said that.
Yeah. He probably was just like, he just shrugged. Didn't say anything. The ride itself was a good ride, but Disney needs to train their cast members better.
Why would you put this in a review
Michael,
for
you need
Star Tours?
Michael, you need to get a life.
That's ridiculous. Surely he's just like, the whole time he's complaining about the cast members and he's like,
I think it's a she.
A she. Or I'm really confused by that.
Well, maybe it's not pronounced Michael, maybe it's pronounced Michele.
Or Michelle.
That's not Michelle.
I suppose it's not Michelle, is it? No.
Michele.
I don't know.
I don't know why you have to say it like that.
I don't
you
know.
can say Michele.
But
Like Nutella. Michele likes Nutella. And also likes Stella.
They said the whole review talking about the cast members, and then right at the end they're just like, "Oh yeah, Ride was great."
Yeah, right. Ride was really good.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you review that against like Disney World as a whole?
Disneyland. This is Disneyland.
Disneyland as a whole.
I don't know.
Sort it out, just like your name.
There's been technical difficulties in one of the series. Hipster's Gag from Grand Junction,
What?
Colorado.
Hipster's Gag.
That's a very dodgy name, isn't it?
That sounds a bit sinister, doesn't it?
So is his title. Cool but nauseating. Neat upgrade to this ride since you're a kid, but if you're prone to nausea, you might skip this one.
Depends when you're a kid.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's the that's that review. And then the final review is from Hoffenheim. Or Hofgleim.
From Shoreline.
Shoreline.
Where's that?
I don't know.
Doesn't say. I don't know if that's it's not a state, is it?
Shoreline's definitely not a state.
No, it's definitely not a state.
He says, "Wake me when we land." I know Disney is promoting the whole Star Wars universe, but they could have done better. They've recycled a ride that was interesting once upon a time, but is now pretty dated and yawnerific. Yawnerific.
I like how he says they've recycled it, so they basically updated it, and he says it's dated.
Yeah. I was not impressed with the attempt to jam as much Star Wars as they could into a small space. Not worth the time you spend in line. He does realise this attraction is a Star Wars attraction.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting so much Star Wars for a Star Wars attraction.
Well, hold on, they've got C-3PO here, R2 over there. That's too much Star Wars.
I can only cope with one droid. God.
Hold on, there's another droid here checking luggage.
What is this, a Star Wars ride?
I don't remember this. I don't remember this when I've seen Star Wars before. This is too much. This is too much bloody Star Wars. I don't know why he's turning into Michael Caine.
I don't know.
You can see people can't say this about us. We would take the Mickey out of our own accents.
Yeah, I mean, even though this guy, I have no idea where he's from.
Shoreline. Should we have a little cheeky
Google? What is he going to come up with?
Shoreline dancing.
Is that in the? Oh, right, okay.
No. There's a place in where
where we live.
Oh my God! He's watching.
Go to maps. See what comes up. How you're just assuming it's in America?
Yeah, it's a city in Washington. That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
See, I knew I'd get the result. You know, it was pointed out to me the other day when there was a question asked on Diz After Dark, and they were like, "Oh, let's just wait for Ryan to to Google it in the background. So I'm obviously getting relatively well known for doing
known
this.
as the person that Googles.
Yeah, just in the
during
background.
the podcast.
Yeah, just in the background, searching
Just
for
hear that
answers.
tapping of the MacBook keyboard.
Yeah, I try and do it very quietly.
I can't do that on my keyboard because it sounds like a plane's about to land or something.
Well, I remember our earlier podcasts where you were scrolling.
Oh yeah, you say my scroll is really loud.
It's louder. I mean, it's louder than a jumbo jet taking off. It's insane.
I don't know why. Like generally, it's not that loud.
It's very loud.
It obviously gets picked up by the speaker quite well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, is it?
Yeah. That's my excuse. I can because it has like the clicking. That's the sound that causes all the noise.
Yeah.
You can make it so it's smooth, so it doesn't click.
So why is it not always on that?
Because it's really annoying.
You're telling me. You're telling me.
As you scroll down, because you scroll and it will just go straight down to the bottom of the screen. It's because it hasn't got the click.
Right.
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Sounds like you just need a new mouse, mate. So that's our reviews of Star Tours: The Adventures Continue. It is one probably, I do love that attraction. I think it's a great ride. Be interesting to see what happens to it when Galaxy's Edge opens.
Yeah. Do you reckon they'll get rid of that Star Wars land entirely eventually?
No.
No. Because I mean, it's obviously right next door to Indiana Jones, isn't it? So they could take away the Indiana Jones ride attraction, take away Star Wars and replace it with the whole Indiana Jones land.
Yes, I'd be on board with that. They need to keep the stunt show though.
Yeah, they could keep the stunt show. Just bring in scenes from the other films, like from.
If you say it.
What, from the fourth one?
There's no fourth movie. They're working on a fourth movie in a minute.
The scene with the aliens come in, Ryan.
No.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
No. Americans would love that. They'd be proof that they're real.
That's very true.
You don't want to be encouraging it. God, that film sucks so much.
I've not seen it in such a long time.
Well,
maybe it's better than you remember, right?
Well, funny you should say that. So at the moment, Donna and I are watching through the X-Men movies, which people are like, oh, what's that got to do with theme parks, right?
So fairly unrelated to anything to do with Indiana Jones.
But don't forget that Disney is about to buy the rights to X-Men.
Right, okay.
There could well be X-Men rides in Disneyland, or Disneyland Paris, or any other theme park apart from Florida.
Right.
But my point is that we've agreed to watch the Indiana Jones movies after we finish the X-Men movies.
Or even the fourth one.
Even the fourth one.
But you said it doesn't exist, right?
It doesn't. I'm gonna. And Donna said, I'll watch them with you. She was hesitant, but she said, you have to watch the fourth one.
Does she not like them, really?
No, not really. Well, she doesn't hate them.
Right, okay.
I don't think she's ever seen some of them the whole way through.
Right.
She thinks the third one is one of the best, like a great, amazing film.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that she hates it.
No. Easy. Take it easy.
You're just going to be doing that for the whole film, aren't you?
Dad.
And for the whole day afterwards as well.
It'd be like, Ryan, can you just take it easy, please? Easy? Take it easy? It's such a terrible impression as well.
But pretty much anyone can do a Sean Connery impression, though, can't they?
Yeah, you were doing without even meaning to then. You started to...
It just happens.
You were just literally going, anyone can do a Sean Connery impression. So yeah, but I like the stunt show. Especially good, I found last year with a nice cool beer.
From the tap house.
It was from the tap house, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Because we got that beer thinking we had loads of time, and then we're like, oh, better go over to the stunt show, because it was the last show, and we weren't going back to Hollywood Studios.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know you weren't particularly keen to see it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I hadn't seen it in a little while, and it was just the same as when I last saw it.
No, they cut it short. Because I think it had been raining that day, so they didn't have the fight scene on the roof. Because it's that bit where Indy kind of falls off the ladder and stuff.
Yeah.
And
did they not have that?
No, I think because it had been raining, that all of that was cut.
Right, okay.
Which I was very disappointed with. Wasn't happy with that. I hate all the extras though. They're just really irritating.
Yeah, I don't really like that whole bit. And like when you said the extras, do you mean the people that they get from the crowd?
Yeah.
Or do you mean the directors and all that sort of stuff?
Them as well.
Yeah, I hate them all.
They're really annoying.
Yeah, just
hi, we all excited to see Indiana Jones.
we're gonna show you some stunts.
It's just like, no, go away.
Just show the scenes.
We just want to see Indiana Jones taking shots from Nazis. That's all we want to see.
We don't want to hear about how you do a fight sequence and stuff like that.
And he's like, hey, do you want to know the difference between you and Harrison Ford? And he's like, what's that? About $58 million. And everyone's like,
Do you reckon they update that stat with his Forbes
yeah, I don't know.
valuation or whatever?
But it's like, oh god, every single time. It's just like, I don't know, it's cool if you've not seen it before, but it's such a bad joke.
Yeah, I mean they do. I don't mind them having a stunt show, Indiana Jones stunt show. I've got no problem with that. Just update it.
Yeah.
It's been the same for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Just mix it up a bit.
Yeah, bring on Sean Connery. You sure? How could you sure?
I mean, he's got nothing better to do at the moment, doesn't he?
Well, he's probably, I think he's in his late 80s.
Yeah, I mean, he's knocking on a bit.
I don't think he's
sit him in a motorbike. It'll be fine.
with his briefcase and
With his
umbrella, yeah.
Oh, you imagine?
Do you remember that bit of the film? Yeah. When he's making the seagulls going.
Yeah. You imagine how hot he would be in that hat with his whole get up.
Yeah.
In a hot Florida day.
They've got like an 80-year-old Sean Connery looking incredibly grumpy.
Yeah, and incredibly hot, like he's about to die.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you need to do the noise. The animatronic seagulls are coming in. In my head, that's what the sound he makes, but it's been a while since I've seen it.
I mean, it's not too far off that, I don't think, from memory.
Everyone at home is just like, what are you doing?
I know exactly the bit you're talking about, though.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure that's how... I mean, I guess it would work. But then there's that whole bit where the plane goes through the tunnel, and the pilot is literally scraping along the floor in the tunnel, looking at Indiana Jones, like looking down at him.
Isn't he going like faster than them?
Yeah, and then he ends up exiting the tunnel and exploding as soon as he exits the tunnel.
Yeah.
And it's moments like that when you think back and it's like, maybe that film wasn't as good as I remember.
Still better than the fourth one, though.
Oh, don't get me wrong, The Last Crusade is a great film.
Although, apart from, the monkey swinging sequence in the fourth one.
Oh, God. There's some great scenes in The Last Crusade where he's like pretending to be the ticket guy, and he's like, ticket, please?
Oh, yeah.
And he punches him through the newspaper.
Yeah. No ticket.
Yeah, and then they all get the tickets out of them. 9! We've got that ticket! It was Germany during World War II. It's acceptable to do that.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
So thank you very much for listening with us on the massive tangent towards the end there. Let us know what you think of Star Wars: The Adventures Continue, and if you want to hear more about Star Wars, then please go to our YouTube channel, as I said, search for Theme Park Trader, and the last 2 live shows have been centred on Star Wars: Galaxy's Edge, with the most recent one.
That's it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Timey-wimey stuff.
I'm right in the right place in the timeline. You're just throwing me under the bus.
I'm throwing myself under the bus.
Yeah. And this whole show is under the bus now. Go and watch those 2 shows, and the first one if you want as well. This most recent episode, as I said, we're talking about Galaxy's Edge, the openings, the fast passes, or not fast passes, and everything else.
Spoiler, or not spoiler.
Yeah, and watching my excited face, as I said. Just go...
So how you just keep that expression for like the whole hour, say?
Yeah, just don't say a word. You could do the whole thing, and I'm just like...
Ryan's in a state of shock.
Yeah. Also visit us on our website, themeparktrader.com, and please follow us on all the socials. Our username is always themeparktrader. And, why not ask you to do something else? Go to iTunes, search for Theme Park Trader, and leave us a lovely 5-star review.
A lot of these people, Ryan. You're asking a lot. You've got to go to the YouTube channel, watch our live videos, visit us on the socials.
Yeah.
Review us.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people have got lives, Ryan.
And also, if you have any spare money, please do let us know, because we'll have that as well.
Just go straight for it.
I'm only joking. We're actually organising a paid-for trip to Universal Orlando. It's going to be $150, and you get to hang around with Dan and I. Only $150. You get nothing in return. We might give you a photo. We're only joking. It is of course a joke. For those of you that haven't seen a certain other group charging people to meet them, we will never do that.
What group is that, Ryan?
I'm not going to mention it.
Oh, come on.
No. I'm not going to mention it, but we will not charge that money. I should say actually, 21st of March until the end of the weekend, I'm in Disneyland Paris. So if you want to say hello, please do message me on Twitter at Rhinox, and we can organise a meet-up, preferably over some kind of alcoholic beverage. Beverage.
In Tennessee.
And also, you're going to Disney World soon, so should be sharing details on that.
In like 6 weeks.
6 weeks' time.
Something like that.
Whew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You booked restaurants and fast passes.
I've got some restaurants, I've got some fast passes, because I'm staying in a hotel and in a villa. I can only book my fast passes for the hotel, which I've done, and then in a couple of weeks I can book for the rest of the holiday. So
in a couple of weeks' time, we'll be doing a show where you share exactly what's going into your plan.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I'm also staying at the
Swan.
At the Swan, which unfortunately we didn't get a chance to. We did. Did we go in there?
I don't think we went in.
No, we didn't.
Did we not?
We weren't going to play Crazy Golf
because we were walking through the boardwalk, weren't we? Was that a ridiculously hot day?
Yeah.
Where we decided to walk through it like midday.
I mean, you suggested walking, wasn't me?
I don't think right.
It was a lovely walk. I remember walking into a shop in the boardwalk, and I was so warm that I was dripping all over the car park. Not the carpet even, not the car park. I distinctly remember being sweating so much.
It was very hot that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were walking from
Hollywood
Studios
Studios
to Epcot, yeah.
But we had the reward of a Le Cellier dinner.
Was that day, was it? Right, okay.
I think we had a couple of hours in Epcot first, and then did Le Cellier dinner.
Yes. We didn't do a lot in Epcot, did we?
No.
So,
thank you very much for listening. We'll be sharing deets on Dan's, you don't like that? Short details.
I don't really like that, to be fair.
Okay,
yeah,
alright. Try something new, didn't work. We'll be sharing details of Dan's trip, and also I'll be doing a show after Disneyland Paris as well, but until then, we will be back on Saturday/Sunday with our live show, depending on whether you watch it live or YouTube.
We're not doing it on a Friday.
We might do it on a Friday. Yeah. Could be Friday, Saturday or Sunday.
Or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Whenever we've got time. And we'll also be back next week on the podcast next Monday. So thanks for listening, and see you again next week.
Ah, there you are. And just in time. There's a little matter I forgot to mention. Beware of hitchhiking ghosts. They have selected you to fill our quota, and they'll haunt you until you return.